And what I suggest is always going with the flow. Use your creative powers to make it look pretty and make it look even and balanced. Making sure that your colors that you have really go together or really have a nice contrast. And make sure you're adding the person's personality to it when you are doing a cake like this. And another thing I try to do is make sure that everything I use on a cake is 100% edible. So nobody's worrying about having to move this over. Don't eat that. Don't eat this. You tell the person that you're making it for, everything is edible. So everything can be eaten and nobody has to worry about biting into some plastic. So I'm going to begin to add these roses and the chocolates onto here. You can also use some of your leftover frosting as glue or adhesive, I should say. So just kind of go with the flow. Let's see here. Let's take a little bit of that, add it to the bottom, and press. And these actually have like a side that has like a slightly flatter side. You can't really see it, but I can kind of tell where it's at. So I've got about 4 of those on there. Add a little bit of height. And especially if you find out your cake is still leaning slightly. Others may not be able to tell, but people like us, we can tell, even if it's off a hair. So what I suggest, if you have a side that is leaning a little bit lower, you can add your decor on that side, which kind of raises it up, and you can't really tell. So that's what I'm doing because this side is still a little bit lower. So I'm adding the decorations on this end to bring it up. So we done about what 4 of the gold caramel balls. I'm gonna go in with one of the red roses. You need just a little because you don't want it to show. So I'm hoping you can see it. I will raise it up in a moment. And just kind of go back and forth between your red roses. Well, go back and forth between different decorations, whatever you decide to use. And you just want to slightly press them in. Not too much, just enough so that they adhere to each other. I love this because I can really be creative. I mean, I'm already creative with the cosmetology side of things, but this gives me another outlet for my creativeness. And I love seeing people smile when they open the box and they see what I've done, especially if they were surprised and not really didn't really know how I was going to decorate it. That's the big surprise because they're always in awe of like what it looks like, and they're like, "How much time did it take you to do this?" And it's fabulous. That's what you want to see. You want to we like to make creative people. We like to make other people smile, and so that's what I really enjoy. I'm going to add a few more, and then I will come back and show you. And another tip is when you're decorating, if you have some flowers like these and you're not really sure how you want to lay it, as you can see, well, I can tell and feel everything has set on the cake and the drip has hardened. It's not brick hard, but it is firm. What you can do is sit your flowers or whatever you're using on the cake in a pattern that you think looks nice, and then go back and use a little bit of your icing to stick it down, just so you, lost one, but just so you're sure about where you want to put everything. That's always a way you can